up, Marvel Rivals? We're back with another gameplay and some news on the closed beta. Stick around, I can give y'all all the details as we go in here. Alright, to start things out, we got a lot of information about Summer Games Festival. A lot of it being compiled here by another YouTuber, RTM Marvel Rivals. This guy does an amazing job compiling all the information and all the ins and outs going in with the development and community behind the scenes. Definitely check this guy out. He's been on my radar for a minute, and he does a very good job at covering some of this news. A little bit better than me, so definitely check him out. I can sit here, I can probably summarize a little bit of what he had going on there. You can check it out in the description and look more into it for yourself, though. But without further ado, we have a gameplay going on right here. This is from the stream back in the closed alpha. Closed beta is going to be coming in July, and honestly, Twitch streaming is going to be my main focus. So make sure you check out my stream, twitch.tv/myname, Kyrie Caitlin, and I'll see y'all there. We're likely going to have more giveaways and more stuff going on. We're going to look into seeing what the partner program with Marvel Rivals has for me, but I'm going to make sure I have some cool stuff cooked up for y'all. Right now, I've been doing a lot of prep work on the side, just trying to line up all the, all the pieces for the next arc here. I've been making a lot of connections, making a lot of research with Overwatch and Marvel lore, just trying to put myself in a good position so I can do a very good job displaying the game to y'all. Because that's pretty much what my duty is. A lot of us have different roles in the community, as creators, players, competitors, this, that. And I'm still trying to find mine. Honestly, a lot of things have been shifting with me, and I appreciate everybody that's been sticking along. Things are shifting. Marvel Rivals definitely an olive branch of grace and hope from Marvel Enterprises. They've done a lot of stuff with the game so far. The alpha itself is just absolutely mind-blowing to look back upon. Not even just for me, but for the game as a whole. The numbers that the game saw was extremely strong for a closed alpha. It was extremely polished for the most part in terms of performance. There's some stuff going on there that needs to be optimized that everybody's aware of. But, the UI, the setup, all the functionality in the game itself, that is a lot of stuff that is, AAA quality. You don't see that in a closed alpha, The game had a full leaderboard, an in-game tournament, different modes, all sorts of, stuff with the UI, very good, basic setup across the board. Some stuff could be, polished and touched up. But for the most part, they nailed everything right, It's honestly extremely surprising to see a game this polished just early on, with the replay system, with the spectate mode. These are things that some games are, outcrying about, 1 year, 2 years after release, being put into a closed alpha. We can only imagine what's going to happen in the closed beta, being opened up to not only PC, but now Xbox and PlayStation also joining the fight. So, you got quick play being full cross-platform for both, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You got console having their own rank setup, and, PC having theirs, so having some competitive integrity as they, work out how they want to actually do things. I think it's pretty interesting, and I think it's a really good direction, just based on what other games have done in the past with cross-platform, seeing games do it correctly in a competitive environment. I think it's a safe bet to go with what they're going with right now, and then, approach things later on once they have the data. Because right now, we're in testing. They don't have the data, so it's time to gather the data. So I really like what they're doing with all that, and I'm very interested to see how crossplay progresses, as a whole, moving into, later stages of testing, hopefully early access and release and whatever.
Building her empire, no cap, just facts. Shout out Marvel Rivals, is where she's at. Playing rock raccoon on the snow.
That's one big thing I want to touch on right now is I really like that they're taking their time for the most part with getting things done with this game while also keeping a timely matter. I really do hope that this game doesn't rush a launch and instead goes for maybe, an open beta into early access. I personally think that is the more optimal route, because when you rush a launch, people, the launch week happens, it's really hype, but, a lot of things, a lot of these games, they come out, and they missed the mark on just like a couple things, and people will write it off right away because first impressions are very big nowadays. So I think if they already made a really good first impression just with the closed alpha alone, and I think if they can just like continue to deliver that type of experience leading into, eventually a full release would be great. But I think an early access period where there could be extensive testing, because it's just more, I don't know if y'all seen, but Overwatch and other games in general within this genre have had struggles finding balance and, identity within this genre, because it is so dynamic and versatile between the types of classes and the type of output of value that your character can provide in a team environment. And with this game being more team-oriented, a lot of things to work out for how it wants to play across, a casual to competitive spectrum. So I think they need to take their time with this. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't want to see it be like some other games where it starts out really hype, and then once everybody finds their footing and feels how the game is, things kind of shift into, a negative spectrum. I would rather want to see it where, this game kind of continuously evolves and people want to get more involved with it as they uncover the game, rather than uncover the game, see all these things that don't align with how they want to play, and then they go play another game or go back to their old mainstream one because they can't find anything else. Which is what this game is kind of trying to do in a sense, and video games as a whole. Any new video game that comes out, a lot of them are trying to take that next spot in the market, trying to fill a hole, or trying to be the next evolved version of something that already is dominating the market. There's a lot of stuff going on. Marvel Rivals stepping up to the plate in the hero shooter genre, but they're stepping up at possibly the best time to step up at the most opportune moment for them to actually capitalize on. I personally think this game's gonna succeed because they aimed perfectly and they're doing everything right. It's a new, fresh game, a new take on an old genre. Third-person combat really shifts how you want to fight. I can go on and on about all the things they did with this game. I'm not gonna really know until we get the closed beta this July, so we can all really just speculate off of what we got with the closed alpha and just the possibilities of the future. But I really think it's gonna go well, everybody. I think it's gonna go really well. We're gonna get a date, hopefully within the next couple weeks, for the actual time frame for the closed beta. I've heard rumors and whispers that it's going to be towards the later part of July. Right now, filming this video, it's June 25th right now. So I had to guess we are going to hear about a date within the next week. If I had to guess. I can be completely wrong. I just feel like we're going to hear a date sometime really soon, because I feel like they gave us a 2-week window last time from, the closed alpha trailer to thing. It was like 2 weeks to a month. And, we're at the end of June now. So I just have this weird, feeling in my gut. We're going to hear something really soon. And it's going to be a date in the ballpark of, I would have to say, mid to late July. I'm leaning towards mid-bias, but I think it might actually be a later July start, and it might even go into August. That's just me purely just speculating. Just, I'm reading the ties off of what I've seen on social media and this, that, and the third. No actual, leaks or confirmations or nothing like that. Just kind of gauging based on what I've seen. We'll see what happens with it, everybody. We'll see what happens. I appreciate everybody that's, stuck around, listened to this video, checked out the gameplay. There's definitely going to be a lot more. I got 2 more gameplays to share that I have saved. I could probably be sharing a whole bunch more, but I honestly don't want to share anything too generic for y'all. I want to make sure when I upload to YouTube, we're kind of putting out either a really sick gameplay or talking about some important topics like we are with this video, just so, we're doing things proper. If you look back at my YouTube, I never really took it too seriously. It's always kind of been more of a highlight section for, cool moments from the stream. I'll try to rip a game, like every stream, try to take like a highlight game, and I'll still probably be doing that. This is more so a clip highlight channel, but I am trying to shift it into more, premiere content and see what we can do with it. So let me know in the comments, everybody. Let me know what you want to see me doing with videos in general. What you think you would be interested in seeing. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best with editing. I don't know if I'm really gonna be able to put out like really high quality like guides and edits and memes and all this and that. Not like I first initially envisioned. We are really focused on the streaming aspect of things, but it is time for me to start leveling up my YouTube, everybody. So expect more cool videos like this. And we'll get into more cool discussions, you know, reveals, and more as time goes on. Definitely check out my YouTube shorts. The shorts have been doing pretty good. I appreciate all the support with that. That's where we're gonna be more active, more so. You know, I will still try to put out some more, you know, full-length videos, you know, when I have the time. Just keep an eye out for what we got going on, everybody. We have more things to share. I have a Rocket Raccoon ranked gameplay versus like some Fortnite pros that we're gonna share. And then we have just like another, like, I think it's just like a Star-Lord gameplay or something. I don't even remember. I'm gonna be honest, everybody. Whatever I got, I'm gonna put it up within the next week or two. You know, leading up into Marvel Rivals. We'll make it happen, everybody. We're gonna make it happen. If you enjoyed this, like, share, comment, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you. Lost.
Yo, carry Caitlyn on the live stream wave. Got the constellations rolling deep. It's a rave. She hit the scene, gaming like a queen. Never lame. Animating hearts with her art. She's a flame. Iron Man in the deck. Yeah, she's playing the tech. Pulling cards like Stark. Every move is a flex. Scarlet Witch with a twist. She's a magical mix. Marvel Rivals at her fingertips. She got tricks.